What is up, everyone? Welcome to Family Hot Dish, and I did want to do this video, this topic on why we homeschooled our 7-year-old with type 1 diabetes. First of all, this video isn't supposed to be like pro homeschooling. Our other kids are in public school. It's not supposed to, say what's right, what's wrong. Just wanted to put this out there on why we chose it, and if you're someone who's thinking about doing it, because my wife said that she's seen like there's groups and there's people that she was talking to when we were first trying to make the decision, local people, and our town is not that big, and they homeschooled their kid with type 1 diabetes. But yeah, let's get right into it on why we decided to do that. I know it's dark out, but I want to be outside right now, so the video is going to be dark. Here's exactly why we decided to. Now, it wasn't even in our scope right away. Okay, now, like I said, the nurse there was amazing, but, and this ain't a big reason. 1 second, Luna. Okay. First day, we sent him to school, everything that he needs. We wrote the note on what things had what amount of carbohydrates. He was stressing about going to school because we gave him some time off. So, not right now, Luna. So then he goes there. He didn't eat all his food. His numbers went all wacky, which I'm not saying this isn't on him, but so then he goes. God, my kids keep talking to me, sorry. So that was our first thing, and this was just day one. Then she ended up giving him like a bunch of the stuff. Then it went way high, and us being new to it, we're like, nah, this ain't nothing against her. Then that first day she forgot to give me the pen back, or whatever you want to call it. Then what happens is we go, and so I go back to get it. Okay, it was cold, and now I just Googled it, obviously, when this happened, that's not even what you're supposed to do, and that's what I remember the doctor saying. So I did message her and said, hey, the doctor said, you're not supposed to put it in the fridge after you break the seal and open it. Like the stuff that's on standby, you do that. And I wasn't trying to be like that, but keep my kids healthy, I gotta be honest, right? And she says back, oh, you're new to this, you'll get better. Like, didn't even, and then I sent a screenshot of what Google says, that after you break the seal on it, that it stays in the fridge. And then she just said, okay, we can do it that way for your kid. And then that's what I mean. That was sort of the start of it. I'm like, well, this is not, that's, not out of anger, just out of safety for his health. Because like I said, what happened was then his numbers went all wacky, and then she ended up just giving him more food. And it was just like, no, I can't do this. Also, a big thing for us was I'm going to talk more about health right now. He is a sporadic eater, like a lot of 7-year-olds are. He was 6 when he was diagnosed. Then about a month and a half later, he turned 7. So he's really sporadic with it. We didn't want him to have to be on a strict schedule. Our other kids go to public schools, like I said. But obviously I know that you could get on a strict schedule and it'd be fine, because I know one kid at his school also had or has type 1 diabetes. There we go, a little brighter in here. So dinner's done, so I'm trying to semi-make this quick. So like I was saying, I know like the one kid that was there who had it, both of his parents, they said, were nurses. Not trying to tell their story, it's just, so I know that it can be done, and we obviously, he was the one who was like, no, I just want to be homeschooled. Now my wife jumped full-fledged into it. Like I said, we have 5 kids, so we're busy anyways, but I work 40 some hours a week usually right now until it gets busier. But so she's stay-at-home mom, so she dove right into it. She got a bunch of curriculum. She even goes to the library, gets more curriculum. She's got things that they watch. She even got curriculum board games. So she's really into it. Now here was something that we didn't expect. The struggles of homeschooling at first. He would try to get out of it, because he's at home. He's got his VR, he's got his PS4, he's got all these amenities that distract him. But so we'd try to get out of it, and then we'd say, hey, you were the one who said you want to do this. And here's the thing that was hard for me personally, not as much for my wife. He was striving academically in public school. He even got awarded out of his entire class or grade some award for being an achievement, you know. So anyways, I'm just saying that because that was a little hard for me to just homeschool. But we went to this homeschooling school that teaches you about homeschooling in Elk River, Minnesota. And the guy who's owned the store, he had, I think it was 3 or 4 kids that all have their master's degree. And that's sort of, not saying that that's what matters. We actually teach our kids more to learn trades and stuff. I have my CDL, and my wife has her hair cutting license. And as you see with 5 kids, I can't even get away from their noise in here. And that's fine. Trust me, I love my kids. But these serious topic videos, I try to really be able to talk.
Here. I'm not present.
My wife puts little things in there, not every day, but some days, and then they get to open it with these certain kind of keys. But anyways, let's get back to it. So that was a big reason why we picked homeschooling. But let me get back to what I was trying to say too, is like, we didn't expect the challenges, but now being 4.5 months, he's actually really, really way better. I remember my wife would message me when I was at work, oh my gosh, he's trying to get out of homeschool. So, and we think he will go. He has a close friend that he still FaceTimes here and there, and stuff like that. And it was sad when he said I had a crush at school, but he's the one who picked it. And then we'd say, like, do you want to go back? Anytime, you know. The Big Lake School District was a little weird about, because we had a certain time where you had to announce it or whatever it's called. And we don't know, this could just be in our minds, because the homeschooling place said, like, certain schools can get weird. And this could just be in our head, but we verbalized it before he was a certain age, so that counts, and that's what we said. And we weren't fighting or bickering, but then they were just like, oh, we need that in writing. But it was weird because you don't need it in writing at a certain age. But we still did the paperwork correctly, and then it was all good. And he only has to take certain tests every so often. And Minnesota is a really good state when it comes to homeschooling. That's what the guy taught us too. So that's another big reason, because I guess some places can be way more strict and way more weird and stuff. Let me think of some more things that you gotta know. I'll actually go talk to the wife so she can give me some more reasons and things to bring up for you if you're debating it or not for your kid who just got diagnosed. So yeah, I talked to my wife just to get some more, topics that she's seeing, because she's the one homeschooling too. I'm in my 18-year-old's room. Look at how cool he is. Anyway, so technology didn't need to be technically didn't need to be in school. Like, he technically didn't need to be in school this year by the state laws, but obviously we're still doing the homeschooling to keep him going. This is something I didn't touch on really. Just communication with the school so much. And there was nothing wrong with the nurse or the school. We love them, but it's just, and I'm not as weird. Not weird is the wrong word. It doesn't bother me as much, but my wife, I'm sitting there messaging the nurse the whole first day. And it's not like she hates it, but it's just, when you have a bunch of other little rugrats running around, it's like, now this one, my wife said, is really important and so true. Doctor's appointments, which all this stuff gets better, but still, doctor's appointments, calling pharmacies, medications, staying up on them, because here's the thing. You'll call the pharmacy, if you're new to this, you'll call the pharmacy and they'll straight up be like, no, we don't have it. You have to go to this town or this, or like, I know that's a third world problem, but I'm just saying still though, that's stressful. And then if you had your kid in school and then you had this and that, and then you had to bring them all with you after school, it's like, you know what I mean? Obviously I help staying on top of all that, but yeah, or there's been times where you have to sit on the phone with pharmacies or doctors, and that's fine. I'm grateful, but it's a thing. So, but if he wanted to go to school, so when you're watching this video, we were never like, you can't go. If he was like, I want to go tomorrow, obviously we'd talk to him, but boom. So my wife said this, really smart, and she gets to be hands-on with him. And he gets to sort of direct, like, she's teaching him all the basics 100%, math, reading, writing, all that. But then she gets to sort of, and this is what the homeschool teacher guy who's got all kids with master degrees, you get to pick and choose, and that is pretty cool because then they can really find themselves, and that's really fun. And see, my wife's like, he's so smart. So that was my only hurdle. So mine was more of a hurdle, but she likes that. I do like that too. I'm just saying I felt weird because he was academically achieving at a high rate. So to me, it was weird because I didn't do school good. So like, it was weird for me to have my kid come out of school if he's doing good. But he used to get stressed. Yeah. So this is another one. Teach basics. Teaching the basics, but not fully unschooling, like, because there's people that unschool that literally teach their kids nothing. Their kids get to learn whatever they want. I'm not that well knowledgeable on it, so if I'm wrong, sorry. But so it's like teach the basics, but still it's really like what he wants to learn. And one of the biggest things he likes to learn is about science and earth, and I love doing that too. Not science as much, but earth I like, animals, this, that. Another thing too, our son just said he didn't like the whole going to the nurse and doing this and doing that and just being different at school. And right now at his age, yeah, I get it. And see, he's already said he might want to be a nurse like the diabetic nurses that have been helping him. And he likes that they do that for kids, and he might want to do that. See, he's already finding what he might want to be when he grows up. My wife put like having him home, and that's true. He's always been our best kid when it comes to being calm and just chilling. So she enjoys his company. I mean, flat out. We only had one judgy doctor out of all the doctors we've seen that got weird about the school. So is he homeschool or public school? And we were like, yeah, we homeschool him. He wanted to. And she's like, you can put him in school. And we were like, yeah, we know we can. It was really weird. And that was when we were newer to all this stuff too. Like first couple weeks in, like second week or whatever, and she kept talking about school one time because we had so many appointments with so many doctors, and we were getting annoyed because it's like, dude, we don't like school is the last thing on our mind. Our kids' health, and obviously his education is important, but that was annoying. We were like, what are we talking about here? We're talking about fucking school. We don't care about school right now, dude. Our kid has type 1 diabetes. And we said to her, yeah, we told him he can go whenever. If he wanted to, we would have kept him in school. He doesn't want to right now. So leave it alone. And he's sitting there too. And, you know, it's like, it was weird. And here's a big thing, like my wife pointed out, he's very picky eater. Even when he has cold lunch, like what he picks, he gets what I used to get at school where you get sick. Luckily he's grown up with us where we were more well off. I grew up not like super less fortunate, but to where I couldn't be as picky. But when he gets in school, and I did the same thing in school lunches, you get sick from the other smells of the food. It's sort of weird, and I get it too, and my dad, I guess, got it. I only met him once when I was 7, but that's one thing too. And he'll eat more at home. There's more nutritious things or more selections, and we can watch it more, gauge his diet more, and those are all the big reasons. And I know it got a little whatever but when I was outside with the kiddos, but yeah, I wanted to do this video because if you're someone debating it, like I said, this is not pro or against because I have kids in public school. I love public school too because kids get to be more social and this and that. But he is social on his video games, and he still has a buddy that he FaceTimes. Yeah, so if you're thinking about it, these are some of the pros and cons. Like I said, he can choose what he wants to do. It helps kids find themselves, we're already noticing, but there's pros to going to public school. But that's why we put our son into public school when he was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to. If you don't want to, that's fine with me. I'm just glad you're rocking with us. And I hope you got something from this video. I hope it answers any questions or if you've been debating it. But yeah, everyone have a blessed one. Keep your family close. Love them. And I'll see you on the next one.